Alright, hello there. It's DynoStorm. We're yeah, haven't made a video for a little while, so I thought I'd just do a stream just to catch things up a little bit. Because I know they haven't been the best quality videos in a while. I got kind of burnt out doing YouTube videos, so I thought I'd just do a stream. And I've got Jim Sellers here who does some of the music for Westman. Say hello. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's good stuff. And you know, the stream is going to look very similar to my other videos because it's just, you know, the avatar with an OBS and all that stuff. So I'm just going to kind of go over some basic things about the game, like a bit of a catch up. And also last time we did a devlog, it was a while ago. I think there was the video when we were playing the game. You came over my place and we played the game for a little bit. And yeah, back then there was only one type of enemy. We were migrating to the new enemy system, which was hopefully going to be more optimized. And I've just realized that the desktop audio is muted, so no one's been able to hear you. So, okay, say again.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad. Say hi, Jim.
Oh, hello.
All right, cool. I had the desktop audio muted. That's very silly of me, but oh well. Haven't streamed in a while. You must forgive me.
No, no worries.
All right,
I'll
cool.
just say what I said again. Thank you for having me on. It's great to be here.
Yeah, yeah, good stuff. All right, yeah. So we've migrating to a brand new enemy system. The old enemy system was a bunch of like body nodes, so they would kind of separate on their own, but it would be a bit heavy on performance, or at least that's what I thought. And there's just a little bit more. There's a bit more optimization in having area 2D nodes, because then all the collision and stuff is kind of in one single thing rather than two separate things. Yeah, and we've been able to get a bit more performance out of it, but it's not as high as I would like, so I'm going to be looking into ways to optimize it even further if I can. Anyways, let's play the game a little bit. I'm gonna open up game for a little bit. There we are. So we have the game here. Let's get a little bit bigger if I can. There we are. There we are. A tad chunkier. I think we can see the very top end of that bit. There we are. Alright, there we are. So we have the game. I've got to get rid of these cows. I did this for a thumbnail in the previous video, but these cows are still here.
Yeah, they seem a bit out of place.
Yeah, indeed.
They've wandered out of the fields into
yeah,
the town.
new arrivals to this country.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes some bad guys.
Yeah, yeah. So they spread out quite nicely. And the upgrade system is about the same as it was before, but that's going to be overhauled as well. You can pop down a soldier, get a parrot, so the parrot can draw in the little orbs that you can get. These things used to be coins, didn't they? Used to pick up a bunch of yellow coins, gold coins, and now the little orbs, because money's its own separate thing now. So as you can see, the soldier can shoot the enemies on its own. I can swish them back with my sword, and there's the fire as well. So if I can put the soldier here, I can put the fire over here, and any enemy that walks through this fire is gonna get a big cooking. So yeah, let's take a look. There we are. There's that enemy. Takes a bit of fire damage, and because they're the weakest enemy, they can just die of fire damage. So quite useful. And certain types of enemies are going to have different strengths and weaknesses based on certain elements. There's a bunch of status effects type items in the game. So enemies that are weak to fire are going to take extra damage from this. And some of them are going to be immune to fire, so they'll just take normal damage from bullets and stuff. But they won't take any additional damage. There's a little bit of skill and knowledge based stuff going on. Yeah. Let's put Karl Marx in the Thames, shall we? There we are. It's an overdue tradition of this game. But yeah.
It's always fun to do.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And so this is just... Ignore this. This is just like a thing for the new enemy system. A little representative, little spinny thing. And yeah. As you can see, there's a coin here, so I can go over up to this coin and collect it. And okay, we've got a plague doctor as well. So if I hold the army button, I can go ahead and deploy all these guys. Okay, let's
the enemy is coming.
see. I'm gonna I'm going to find a way to make it so that you can reorder these guys.
My word!
I can put the 2 soldiers here, and I can put the Plague Doctor as well. So they'll get the Plague status effect as well as the Fire status effect. They'll take even more damage than before. Yeah. You can see there's a little, like, toxic sign, a little symbol on them, a little fire symbol. There's also an area here that I've got here that makes them go dizzy. It's just kind of like a test thing. I'm going to remove that at some stage. It was just kind of for, like, testing status effects. So, yeah, I've been migrating to a new enemy system, so that's how that works. And yeah, we got these new NPCs here that cheer you on as you play the game. I thought this would add a bit of life to the stages. It'd be pretty cool.
Does, yeah.
I hope the game isn't too noisy, actually. I think it's a bit on the noisy side. I need to add a volume bar to the game, actually. So I'm going to go into a volume mix. I'm going to turn it down there. There we are. Okay. So if Jim can say something and he won't be drowned out by all the reeing of the enemies, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. Just saying if the Spartan Shield, this is an item that was pretty cool that I announced a while ago, and it works on the enemies now. There's knockback and stuff, so if I click on this, you gain a Spartan Shield. And if you go up to an enemy...
Nice.
Is this the right way up, actually? I'm trying to remember if it's the right way up or not. I think it's the right way up, right? I think I had it the wrong way up previously, but now it's the right way up. If I go into an enemy, they get launched. So the Spartan Shield does knockback and sets enemies on fire. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to add loads of different items that kind of have these weird effects.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we've got Second Amendment, so that's going to boost your damage. You're going to want to do that quite a bit.
Thanks, Bob.
And occasionally enemies will drop little health items that'll give you health. And so if you're low on health, you can get some more. And since I've been migrating the game to be multiplayer, now the UI for the HUD, we could say, for each player character, now displayed just on the bottom of the character. So you have the health bar, you have the dash bar as well, which is like the little green bar.
Splendid.
And there's the kills, there's money, and there's the number of deaths and things like that all displayed in this little area for each player in the game. So this is a little bit more like the prototype, which was an online multiplayer game. So yeah, ow. I said ow when I took damage in the game, that's very silly. Yeah, there's ammo here as well. Yeah. Okay, break mode. Let's do break mode. I hold the break button, and we can just do extra damage and collect the Lindelins. That drop instead of experience.
Empire wins again.
And now the enemies will spawn from a different location on the map. And your flag, based on which character you use, is going to be displayed on the control point. And if you're playing multiplayer and you have multiple characters capturing a control point at the same time, it'll pick at random. I've considered having you have multiple flags stacked on top of each other like you do in some places. Yeah. And I've got the music muted at the moment, but the trees do bob to the music. It's a fun little thing.
Yeah, that's a nice touch, that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely like to do that for the other stages as well. There's a little bug at the moment where the enemies sometimes are flipped over the wrong way. So you saw there was a couple of sign minion enemies that were facing the wrong way. Hang on, let me get rid of these smokers. Okay, you can see there's a green one there that's facing the wrong way. The sign's backwards too. So yeah, in the enemy there's a thing that flips over the sprite for the small ones that you got earlier, the small goblin warriors. That's kind of their animation, they flip over. We've got to go into that and fix that at some stage. As well as a few other little issues. But yeah, you can see that journalist is definitely flipped over quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and some of these cigarettes are facing the wrong way. So you gotta make sure they face the correct way.
We have captured the control.
The British Empire wins again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and when you do a break, all of your troops, including other players, do crits. They do extra damage, triple damage. And bullets penetrate enemies, so they can do way, way, way more damage for a very short amount of time. And then you just need to build up your combo again of enemy kills, and your break will recover, and you can do it again. And Lindelin is how the player is going to spend. They're going to spend Lindelin to do permanent upgrades every time they do a game. I just pulled off a Spartan shield there, and it just threw away all that moe. Yeah, I think breaks might be a little bit too common at the moment if you play well, but I don't know. I think it's pretty okay. Yeah, I think we should show off the train, shouldn't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I've added an enemy count limit, so I should be able to get to the third control point pretty easily if I can. Hopefully. Let's see. Okay, let's pop down some soldiers. I'm a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. I'm gonna need to hopefully wait for another break. I think I took a little bit of damage earlier. That broke my combo. There's definitely quite a lot going on here. Yeah, if the enemy forces you to leave the control point, they can start uncapturing it. So you gotta keep it defended from the enemy in order to keep it. Otherwise, your flag goes down and you lose progress. So it's just like control points in Team Fortress 2 or something. Yeah. Alright, let's do a break. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna get the plague doctor, and I'm gonna get the soldier. Right, will they be able to hold the line from these enemies? I don't know. I hope so. I'm gonna get out my sword. Does a bit more knockback. Oh dear. Not doing super well, to be honest. I think I've advanced a little bit too aggressively, maybe. I'm gonna need to grab as much experience as I can to buff damage and everything.
Don't mind if I do.
Alright, so keep this up. I have to do an advancement. Alright, break time, let's go.
Wins again.
Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but yeah, there's a train off to the side here. So it might take a while to push there, to be honest. So you can kind of hear it on the right there. Yeah, this is crazy. There's a bit of a damage spike when it gets to the anime section, so I better balance that a little bit.
Yeah, they seem to be quite powerful, those guys.
Yeah, significantly more than the previous enemies, so I might soften them a little bit. We haven't even got to the furries yet. They're even more powerful.
They're even worse, are they? Oh.
Yeah. It just gets worse from here. You just get more and more powerful.
More and more brutal the further on you go.
Yeah. Alright, break time. Oh, the furries are here. Oh no, it's the furries. The furry community has come to destroy us.
Oh god. Oh no. Imagine the smell.
Imagine the smell indeed.
You'll be hearing from my solicitor about this.
Let's see if I can show people the train here.
Yeah, show him.
Yeah. So the train comes down these tracks, and the train can be used to get enemies. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's currently a bug in the game where the enemies don't go down this other path that they're supposed to. They only go down this path. So I've got to figure out what's the issue with that. Yeah, the furries are very dangerous enemies, as you can tell, so you've got to be extra careful of them. Yeah, that's kind of what we can show of the England stage so far. So yeah, if I return to menu, we've got a a little screen here that you can add all the players that you want. Someone can use keyboard, and then you can have controller usage. Hold the little button, and you can go in and play the game from here. And yeah, that's most of the that's basically all. I think that covers basically all the major things of the game at the moment without spoiling anything too major. Yeah. I turned the comment section to subscriber only. I hope that wasn't a mistake. Because yeah, there hasn't been any comments by the look of it. So I may want to turn that to public, because
You may want to, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Can I change it on the fly, I'm wondering?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it doesn't
You
look
might
like
be
it.
able to.
Oh well, maybe for the next stream. You know, it's learning
Yeah.
process. Gonna make all this stuff happen. But yeah, I went over to Jim's place recently, and we did a little bit of work on the game. We got him into the swing of things. And yeah.
It's good fun.
Yeah. Good stuff. And there's still plenty of things that need doing in order for the game to work properly. And it's just a matter of doing it, really. So it's been a much longer development process than I was perhaps hoping. There's all this new stuff that I'm learning, dictionaries, arrays, dealing with all this massive amounts of data, dealing with loads of enemies, pathfinding, and it's just a way more complex game than perhaps I was first thinking of. If I had just made a straight survivor-like game, it would have been pretty easy. It's just you have an infinite field, and enemies spawn a fixed distance away from you. Then they die when they lose health. So it would have been easier. But yeah, I wanted to make a game that was a bit more interesting. So we've got this.
Yeah. Making something that's high quality is never easy, really, is it? It takes a lot of work, and if you just took the easy route, then the game wouldn't be as high quality.
Well,
So
it's not necessarily high quality, but like I think uniqueness is kind of what I'm going for. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah. So
uniqueness would increase the quality of the experience, I suppose.
Yeah.
You could say.
In a way, yeah, certainly. So as you can see that the path thing works here. It basically works fine, but for some reason it doesn't like this part. So I'm going to be investigating that. Hopefully I can figure out how to work. There's Stonehenge here. I think we can show that off. There was kind of a mock Stonehenge before, but this one's actually I've actually designed it to look like the actual Stonehenge within the limitations of like blocky, like rectangular stones and stuff. And there's some Neolithic huts and mini cows everywhere. Yeah, because
nice.
Yeah, they love their cattle in India, but we love our cows as well. So, you know.
Yeah.
Well, show them a bit of representation. And yeah, so yeah, there's an Easter egg here. I believe I've set it to only display either in March or in April or something. So yeah, there might be seasonal little things that appear in the game. Yeah. And yeah, otherwise I think things are going pretty well. Otherwise, it's just a matter of keeping on going. And yeah, I took a break from YouTube for quite a while. And I got a bit burnt out with that. Maybe I'll do videos. Okay, here's the thing with YouTube. Well, I'm making all these videos trying to get views and stuff, and it's just like there's no real call to action, really. I don't really like the prototype of WESTMEN. I think it's old and not very good looking. And this is going to just be way better. So I almost don't want to send people to my site because I don't like the prototype. I want a much better game. I want to have the Steam page and the trailer and everything basically ready, and then I'll be maybe a bit more confident in like call to actions and stuff. And then when I near the end of the game, the development of WESTMEN, I can kind of have the next game in progress. So as soon as that's done, like within a few months, there'll be the next game in the pipeline, ready to be pushed as the next DynoStorm project.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know what's with Godot. We've got this error here. Will you stream? So this is something to do with the engine itself. Condition p underscore pixels smaller than or equal to 0 is true. So clearly there's a value that's the wrong number somewhere, and it doesn't like it very much. Yeah. So yeah, I think that basically covers everything. And yeah, Jim, did you want to say anything before we wrap this up?
I don't mind. Would you like me to talk about any of the music, or do you think we should leave until later stages are, ready?
Let's think. Well, you can talk about I don't know actually. I was kind of just going to pass it to you, but I guess you're concerned about spoilers or something.
Well, it it's up to you.
Yeah.
I could talk about some of the work I've been doing and in the meantime.
Yeah. You can you can do just a brief overview.
Yeah, I've been doing rendition. Do you want me to mention the levels themselves? Or would you rather me be a bit more vague? Because I don't know. I don't know how many spoilers you want to.
You can mention that. You can mention the countries that you've been working on. Sure.
Sure. Okay. So I've been doing music for the French stage, the America stage, and as of recently the Lapland stage. And I think DynoStorm has, in previous videos, talked about how music in this game is structured with the 4 parts of idle, sort of basic combat, more intense combat, and the break section. And yeah, I've done renditions of a variety of different pieces of music, classical music, military music, that kind of thing. The French music, a lot of it's either in 4 or 6/8, and you might say there's kind of a waltz feel. Well, some of it's a bit more militaristic, like there's some Napoleonic music in there, for example. And then the USA stage, I've used 2 that are quite one from the Confederate side, and I've sort of I changed the key of one to a major key to make them fit together, and yeah, I'd be quite eager to show off these actually when it comes to it, but
Yeah. I've tried to show up a little bit of the stages as well. Yeah, the America stage, there's not a lot going on at the moment because it's still just a very early stage in development. And I think if I ran it, it would break because it's just a completely different system. But actually, shall we just try running it? All right, let's play this scene. I tried showing off the France stage a little bit, but seems to be a bit dark. All right. Yeah, you can see the America stage is going to be on the horseback, at least in part. Oh yeah, it broke. At some stage, it didn't like it.
Oh no.
All right, so yeah, again, it's a new system, so I'm gonna like change things over. The France stage seems to be broken as well, so yeah. Like,
all the catacombs, yeah.
Yeah. The catacombs look mostly okay, but I zoom out here, it's looking a little dark where it shouldn't be. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, there's the.
It's very dark on my screen.
Yeah. Like this whole area is dark and it shouldn't be. I'm going to look into that. What's up? This okay, darken. Let's turn that off. All right, so yeah, we got like the Louvre here, so that's going to be like part of the France stage. You go and you fight enemies in these corridors full of paintings. That's going to be quite fun. But yeah, that's all for now. I think the other stages are going to be a little bit simpler. England has taken a long time. Yeah, shut up, bird. All right, I think perhaps we should wrap it up. But yeah, Jim's music is working on the France and America stages, and it sounds pretty good. So I look forward to sharing a bit more of that in the future. Just a matter of playing catch up. We've had some setbacks, and yeah, I'm hoping to have something this summer, but we'll have to see. But yeah, all right. So let's wrap this up, shall we? All right. So
okay.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. And if you have any comments, let me know. And we'll see you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And maybe I'll do streams on a semi-regular basis, and I'll start making videos when I can or want to. We'll see how it goes. All right.
Awesome.
All right, your turn, Jim.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on DynoStorm once again. As I said before, it's been a lot of fun working on this project with you so far, and it will continue to be fun going into the future, I imagine. And yeah, for anyone that's interested, you can find me on SoundCloud under the same name, Jim Sellers. I've got a bit of a mixture of different pieces of music on there I've composed over the years, and I'll probably update that quite soon because a lot of it's quite old. But yeah.
Yeah, you should share some work in progresses of your Westman music on there, actually.
Okay, if you'd like me to. Yeah, I wasn't sure how you wanted to distribute that really, so I wasn't going to just jump out there and
just small little things. I think is fine. Maybe not complete songs, but like a 45-second snippet would be good.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah,
okay.
your favorite 45 seconds. Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.